Before I begin, I have to preface that this is not meant to be a video for or against any specific candidate. I strongly believe that everyone is entitled to vote for whom they decide. With that being said, I have been watching, listening, and I have tried to understand this presidential election and the rhetoric that has come along with it. Any other year, any other candidate, I enjoy watching the debates, reading the stances, understanding how they became for or against an issue, and I love the confident feeling I have when I cast my ballot. The joy I feel to be a free citizen, a Hispanic woman with the right to vote. This election, however, is different. I don't feel that excitement. I don't have that rush, and judging by recent polls and even posts and blogs I've read, the number of eligible voters who feel the same way is astounding. The positive I see? Our generation, the generation that's viewed as narcissistic, selfish, antisocial, phone-glued millennials, are really paying attention to this election. We're reading the pros and cons. We're asking questions. We're not just thinking about this year or next year. We're questioning how this election is going to impact our lifestyles, our children, our grandchildren. Sure, the number of memes millennials produce far outweighs that of previous generations. And sure, we add Snapchat filters during the debates because it's funny. But jokes aside, millennials care. We see the domino effect this election could have. So you've decided Hillary Clinton is untrustworthy, and you've decided that Donald Trump is a womanizing billionaire. And regretfully, you've decided you are not voting in this election because you are not going to contribute to either one of their victories. Before you make this decision, the decision for which our predecessors fought, have you considered voting for a third-party candidate? Sure, Gary Johnson and Jill Stein are not as popular. They did not gain the 15% criterion required to partake in the presidential debates and are certainly trailing in the polls, but they are still very much in the running. To break it down, there are a total of 538 electors in the Electoral College, which are broken up by state for which you reside. In order for a candidate to win the election, they must have 270 electoral votes. If none of the candidates reach 270 of these votes, the decision would go to the House of Representatives. I know many people feel a certain allegiance to their political party, but pushing that aside, doesn't our allegiance to our country far outweigh your political party loyalty? Is it possible to put someone in the White House whom you may not be profoundly excited about, but someone who you think won't divide our nation even more than it already has? I must reiterate that I am not here to defend or oppose any candidate. I am simply stating the idea that you have other options. Please exercise your right to vote. Please understand the impact this election will have, not only within our nation and our policies, but how this election could impact the way the world views the United States of America. We don't need party-affiliated media streams to feed us ideas for whom to vote. We have the ability to shape our own future. We are the ones that can make a difference. Continue asking the tough questions. Continue researching the position each candidate holds for different policies that you feel strongly about. Consider our 15th, 19th, 24th, and 26th voting amendments. And please, remember to vote.